This plugin will save you time, and it can even save your mixes if you're new to all of this and you're still unsure about EQ and compression. This is going to make it very easy for you. Now, the Waves IDX plugin, which is what we're looking at today, it has very minimal controls, so it's super easy to get started with and to dial in. So let's jump in and check it out. So this is a project that I've started. It's very early on and there's still a lot more to go into this, but I thought it would be a good way to show what the IDX can do. So I have it loaded up onto every single track in this project, including our master track here. I haven't done any settings to it, so basically it's like they're bypassed. So let's get started with setting it up. And I like to start mixing with my drums. So that's where we're going to start. A look at this plugin. This line right here is what they call the threshold priority band. So it's your threshold. And when you dial this up, you can see the number goes down because this is a negative. And the lower it goes, the more processing it's going to do, because it's going to be easier for frequencies to hit that band. And when they hit that band, they're going to get attenuated. So let's just put this in solo for now, and we'll see what it's doing without touching any of the other settings in here, just the threshold. So at the top of the priority band in the pink here, these are the frequencies that are being processed by IDX. The blue under here, that's the original frequencies that are going in. That's never going to change. Even after you're processing, you're always going to see the original meters there. But this will change as you change your threshold, and we can even change this band, and we'll look at that in a second. All right, so that's just very quickly adjusting that threshold, and that might be all you need to do is just adjust that, and it's going to get any of the frequencies that are going above that threshold. You can see we also have a speed, and this is your attack and release speed. So you can adjust that. There is your knee. You could have a soft knee or a hard knee, so you can change that around. Then we have a little bit of a tilt, and this tilts that priority band. So if we go this way, it's going to lower the threshold in the lows, which means it's going to process more of the lows and less of the highs. Then if we go this way, it's going to process more of the highs and less of the lows. Now we can also adjust this manually with our mouse. So I can click there and move it around, and you can see right now it's in a bell shape. There's actually 3 shapes to this. There's a low shelf, high shelf, and this bell. So to change the shape, you hold down Control on your computer keyboard, you click on it, and you can see now that's the low shelf. Click again, we've got the high shelf here. Click again, and we're back to the bell. It also comes with some presets. If we click here, you can see there's some presets in here. Maybe for this, I'll start with the drums tension. And you can see it just adjusted the speed and the output. So let's just see what it's doing. All right, let's say I like that right there, and we'll move on to our next instrument, and that's going to be our bass guitar. So I'll just solo that. And here's the bass guitar instance of IDX, and we'll listen to the bass without any processing on it. So now let's just have a look in the presets here and see if there's anything to start for a bass. And there's steady bass. Let's start with that and see what happens. It's added a little more clarity to this bass, and it's cleaned up some of that low end stuff, so it's not going to make the mix muddy, but it's still going to sound like a bass. Now let's just listen to these two things together. And they're playing very nice together. They're not interfering with each other's energy. Both have their own energy and we can hear them cleanly there. So let's say we like that on our bass. Now let's move to our next track, which is the keys. So I'll just solo the keys, bring up IDX. So let's have a quick listen to what these keys sound like before we start doing anything with them. All right, not too exciting, but there is some low energy in there that we might want to get out because it's going to interfere with our other low stuff. So let's just start playing it back and adjusting our threshold. All right, let's hear how that sounds with our other instruments now. All right, not too bad right there. And this is so quick and easy to set up. It's a good starting point for your mix. So you can still add EQ after this. You can still add your favorite compressors after this, but you can insert this as the first plugin on your track and kind of use this as a nice clean starting point. So now let's go to our acoustic guitar here. I'll open up that. Here's our acoustic. Let's just listen to that without the plugin doing anything. All right, that's our plain acoustic guitar right there. Now I think I saw a preset in here for acoustic guitar. Right here, acoustic guitar. Let's try that out and see how this sounds. That's all right there. Let's see how it sounds with our other instruments. We're hearing everything nice and clearly, and I'm really not spending a ton of time on this, so very quick and easy to get this thing set up. Now let's move on to our rhythm guitar here. Get this open. And we'll just listen to that without anything. All right, I'm going to have a look in the presets again, see if there's anything for an electric guitar. Not seeing anything in there. So let's just do this on our own. And I know I want to take away some of the low end a little bit. Let's just start editing this. All right, that's not too bad. Let's hear how it sounds with everything else. You can hear when I turn all of them off, everything kind of just blends together and there's no clarity for anything. So this is really cleaning everything up and giving each track its own space in the mix. Now I just have one more track in here, and it's sort of like a little lead guitar thing. Let's just give that a quick listen. All right, so that's our little kind of lead guitar thing happening there. I'm just going to start increasing this and seeing what we come up with. All right, let's check it out in the mix. We'll listen to this playback and I'll turn these on and off. All right, so that's sounding kind of nice there. I'd probably spend a little more time on the drums. Actually, if this was a more completed song, I'd have individual drum tracks there to edit, but still a work in progress. But now let's just check this out on our final mix. It says that mainly this is for individual tracks, but you can use it on your master track or mix bus. So let's try it out on our mix bus and see what happens. All right, so it doesn't sound too bad on our master track there. Now let's just have them all on and off. And there you have it. It's a super easy plugin to get started with. It can clean up your tracks and let everything sort of breathe in the mix. And you're going to be able to pick out each instrument. And if you had vocals on there, it would help those vocals to stand out. And if you put it on your mix bus or master track, it can help to clean up your final mix by taking any resonant frequencies out. Super easy plugin. I hope you picked it up for free on the Black Friday deal at Waves. Now, this is a lot like the last plugin that they released called the Waves Curves Equator, but that one gave you some more options to control. It was a little more advanced, but this is extremely similar. If you want to check out that plugin, you can actually click this video right here. And if you liked this video that you just watched, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. For Audio Tech TV, I'm Zane. Keep creating. Fist bump. Thumbs up.